That's what I'm saying. I'm more worried about that guy that's emotionally like into these things.
Yeah.
Like he's willing to he's passionate about it and he's willing to let that show. I'm more worried about that guy. What's going on, y'all? It's Coach Willis, man, and this is the Be Eazy Show, man. You know, on the Be Eazy Show, man, we cover topics about success. We learned about why success is personal, what success means to a community, right? And what is the driving force that makes us wake up every single day and go after the things that we want in our life. This is the Be Eazy Show, man, so be easy.
Okay, I'm recording.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, what's going on, y'all, man? Once again, we are back, man. This is the Be Eazy Show, man. It is Coach Willis with the one and only Zyler himself.
Hey.
Yes, sir, man.
Justin the mic. Had to get it right.
Back once again, man. Back once again, making great things happen. Man, I guess, man, we're gonna take a turn, and we're gonna let Zyler lead this one. I told y'all, man, this is the face of the show, man. Zyler himself is the face of the show.
Made me lead it just because I had an idea.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So,
man, because like I didn't have podcast topics before. It's not even that you lead; you just talk more to me, bro.
that is true.
Like I don't talk that much.
No, like when I'm breaking these things down, that is true.
You just talk more.
That's why, bro, I be like, when I'm breaking them down and I like cut down to like when I cut and you can just see one face.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, I'll be trying to like not cut mines down too much when I'm talking. Sometimes I just leave it on the full because I don't want it to look like, oh, it's constantly going to my face versus your face. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's just,
it's.
I got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying?
You have a lot to say, but I feel when I'm talking on this is we usually only give ourselves an hour.
Yeah.
And I like to think a lot. So I might take a minute to like break down my thought, then talk about it, and then think some more. But I'm kind of like having to learn how to just talk on the fly, and I'm not really used to that. I'm more so, let me think about it, then we can talk about it. And it seems like you're just able to flow more.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to kind of learn that too, because I don't want to be on here just pausing. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then
got
like
this.
that.
I'm going.
Yeah. But sometimes like when we're just talking, we don't do any notes on this at all. It's just like, what we want to talk about? Okay, and then we flow into it.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I can talk because like I have no problem with having a conversation. But for me to really articulate myself, I like to kind of take the time to think about it, which is why I kind of like before we record, like how we were just talking about what we wanted to talk about, which is the topic of the day, is even still, I don't even really know because I want to talk about emotions and being. It's a lot that kind of goes into like the whole emotional aspect of like what I want to talk about as far as like being emotionally secure with yourself and checking yourself emotionally and making sure that you're good and recognizing things that might be triggering you or people that might be triggering you.
Yeah.
And I don't even like using the term triggered because like the negative connotation from like, you know,
that goes with
the blue haired Twitter, if you know what I'm talking about.
We all see it.
Nah, you don't know.
No,
I'm gonna leave it alone.
I ain't been on you on Twitter?
No, I'm just talking about like the whole the cancel culture, outrage culture.
Oh, no doubt.
How they say they're triggered. Anything could trigger them.
Yeah.
But in the scenario for me, when I'm talking about like, oh, I have emotional triggers. Like, okay, if you went through something in the past and a song comes on, that can trigger you, and that's an emotional trigger.
Yeah.
Or if someone said something, like what we had spoken on the last one, like, oh, you had said weird to me. That had been something that I was dealing with internally, emotionally, and that triggered me, you know? So I kind of get it, but I'm not trying to like use that in the cliche sense, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know how I really got there. So that's the topic. But,
no, bro. Like,
but from there to talking about, okay, hey, I want to be able to flow.
Do you talk a lot during the day?
No, bro. Like when Mariah was like, "You like you're in deep thought," and I was like, "Yeah, that's where I'm at."
That's me.
Like I live
that's me, bro.
in my head all the time.
And see that I thought that's why I was able to flow better, bro. Now when I'm at work, I listen to podcasts, right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of times, bro, like where I'll listen to the podcast, I'll be zoned out. It'll be in my ear playing, but for some reason, sometimes I can't hear it. I can't hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like my mind is taking over. Like I'm way out there, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's sometimes, bro, it's like car rides. Now, I don't have a radio in my car, but when I had
Dang, son. I don't see how people be riding in their car without no radio, bro. I can't do it.
Bro, like It was hard for me at first, but now since I ain't got no radio in there.
I mean, do you take your headphones?
Yeah, sometimes I listen to the music on my headphones.
That makes
man.
sense. I be seeing people in their cars, their headphones.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I used to be like,
you're
bro,
doing it
what
wrong.
Are y'all doing,
You're
bro?
doing it wrong. Bro, I got the sound system and everything.
Yeah, everything. Nah, bro, like that. Like when my radio went out, bro, I was hurt for a minute because I didn't know what to do. But for a minute though, it did. Like when you sit in them car rides, bro, like your mind would like it would go all over the place.
Yeah.
Like my pastor, man, he pointed out one time, man, he was talking about like imagine where you could go in your mind when you go just a mile down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine how far your mind can go.
Yeah.
Versus what, you know what I'm saying, your body can go, it's just going a mile down the street. But bro, my mind is like 10 years into the past.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all over the place. Or it's like in another country thinking about what's this going on or what's that going on. Like, it's like in another, it's like all these like, that's the crazy thing about the mind, bro. And that's
not healthy.
At all. And that's what I was saying. Like when you said that you was in deep thought, and I was like, okay, he should be able to flow. But I understand where I don't know if this is what you having, but this is what I used to have at first. This is why I used to write so much. Because I couldn't explain what was going on in my head.
That's exactly what it is.
I could not explain it.
That's why
but
I
knew
think so
what
much.
was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to the point to where I had a full grasp on it, but like it was to the point to where I don't know. It's like my pop's garage, bro. Like, and he may watch this episode. Shout out to Pops. But my pop's garage is all over the place. But if you ask him where something is at, he knows where it's at. I go in there, I'm stepping over stuff, pushing stuff around. Like, bro, where is this? But he was like, oh, bro, the alley wrench was right here. In the exact spot. He didn't pull some stuff up, pushed it out the way. It was right there, bro.
That's where I left it.
And that's the way my mind was.
Yeah.
My mind was in all these, like, it was, like if somebody else was to look at what was going on in my head at that time, even still now, they'd be like, man, this place, it's like all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of file cabinets in there.
A whole lot, bro.
Yeah.
A whole lot. And it's like, now I done got to the point, bro, where I'm just like, I would rather express that stuff and put it out there.
Yeah.
Not just on pen and paper, because I was good on pen and paper, but my thing was the way I was able to start expressing myself more because I didn't even want to tell this stuff to nobody in person. But I started going on like prayer walks. Well, I call them prayer walks or meditation walks, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But I would just go on these walks, bro, and I wouldn't have no headphones in or nothing. And at first, it was just me walking. I wouldn't even say a thing. And then for something, a thought would hit you right then and there. And now you own that thought and you just talking and talking and talking and talking. It used to be sometimes, bro, I would be out there jumping up and down, just talking to myself. Looking like,
well, you can't do that on the east side.
Oh, no. Oh, no, I'll fit in over there if I did it over there.
I know, that's what
Nobody
I'm saying.
would pick you up.
They gonna roll up on you like, hey, you hold?
You need, hey, I got some of that back at the house, man. You know, hey, I got the good. Nah, man. It's like, nah, man. It's like, but I used to like get into that thought where like, it would just take me somewhere. And then I would just start like talking about that. And I would start like writing about that. And then I would start expressing myself more and more. And that's how I get to the point. It's not that I have a lot to say sometimes, right? But
you need to let it out.
Yeah, bro. I wanted to say something else that I guess went, but it's like I said, it's not that I have a lot to say, but it's a lot. I'm holding. No. Like I was trying to think of something deep to say, but it's not that I have a lot to say, but it's that I'm holding a lot in sometimes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm like, bro, that's not healthy at times, bro.
What, holding all that in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm learning that too, because I've always been a writer, but I've never been personal with my writings. I always want to just write about, I like writing fiction.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do. And like sometimes I'll get to writing and I'm writing all night. But recently, just for like my emotional stability, I've been writing more personal stuff.
Yeah.
And as far as like poetry and stuff. And like this is stuff I don't ever dream of sharing, but I've definitely started writing and being more personal with what I'm, noting down. And like I'm legit crying as I'm writing this stuff. Like, dang, I was just about to ask you. I'm holding all this stuff in because I don't want to tell anybody. I can't tell anybody this stuff. But I've never even thought to be so personal. And I'm like, do I want to share this with people? And that's what I'm kind of battling with now, because I want to have a platform, like I was telling you, where I'm doing a lot of writing and sharing my work. But when you're writing a fictional story and I'm writing long stories, it takes a minute.
Oh, no doubt.
And sometimes you'll have a writer's block and in this day and age, it's all about content. Can you give me content? And I was like, do I need to be more personal in those gaps?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of battling with, because like a lot of it is very personal stuff, whether what I went through in the past or a past relationship that hurt me, stuff like that. It's just like, do I want to get that piece of me away? Because this whole internet thing is new to me. I was never on social media like that. So when I see people online just sharing so much, it baffles me.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it, but it's normal to them. And that's where I kind of get in the habit of like, well, am I wrong? Because like they're doing it and they seem fine. Do I need to kind of change things up and be more personal and start letting this stuff out? It's just kind of like when I get in that place, it seems very corny, being so personal. Like it just seems corny to me. You got your mic, son? It's good?
No, you good.
All right.
I
had to adjust mine too.
I just seen that this was blocking my view from you.
Oh, how sweet. But
keep going,
being
man.
so personal, bro, it just seems corny to me.
Yeah.
And it seems genuine because it's genuinely how I feel, but it kind of gets to the point like, bro, these are people on the internet. They don't care.
They don't.
At all.
They don't.
And it's just like, at that point, I try to figure out, like, why are people doing what they do? Are they doing it for them or are they doing it for other people? And at the end of the day, I guess I'm doing the same thing because I'm worried about what other people are doing, who are worried about what other people are doing.
Yeah.
It's just, I think too much. And I was trying to get into the mindset of, why do I think so much? And why do I think so broadly? Because I can take one situation. If I'm driving, I thought about 3 bad things that can happen and like 3 or 4 good things that can happen in like the matter of a minute, you know? Like I'm just getting to this exit on the highway and I've thought about so many scenarios already and planned out how I would respond to them. And I'm like, this isn't healthy. At all. And that's why I was like, I have anxiety. I have really bad anxiety.
Yeah.
And
I heard you say that on the last episode.
Yeah.
You said it to me.
Yeah. You don't have anxiety?
No, I believe I do.
What you explained, because it sounded so familiar.
No.
And I'm like, I have anxiety and it's bad. And it's not to where I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm finna have a nervous breakdown.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know. It could probably be coming from a lot of places, but I think my problem
is... So do you think... I ain't trying to cut you off.
You did, but it's cool. You did.
I said that like I was trying to be polite. But
I ain't trying to cut you off.
I cut you. But I'm trying to go deeper into
Go ahead,
that.
Kanye.
So is the anxiety, is that the trunk of the tree or is that the leaves?
Like for me?
Yeah.
And my issues?
Yeah.
Like
is the anxiety causing you to do the certain things? Or is the things that you're doing causing the anxiety?
No, I think the anxiety is fueling my behavior.
Yeah.
For sure. So I guess in that scenario, would that be the trunk? So, yeah.
No, because, bro, that was my... Listen, bro, like, the reason why I can say that is because... I cut you off again? Like, I was just... Bro, like, I don't know, bro. It's just this point, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, bro.
Nah, man.
Go ahead. Nah,
Ron already lost
I'm going to be polite.
Nah, go, bro. Go.
Oh,
go.
I don't feel bad jumping in, though, bro.
I know you
I'm
don't.
Just let you know that, but like,
I know.
That's what's crazy, bro. Is that I know, like, some things, like Mariah would be like, bro, what do you think? Like, people think if I send this, or how do you think so and so felt when they did that to me? You know, like a customer service the other day, bro. We was at
these chairs is rough.
Yeah, I know,
bro. You just getting pulled in like quicksand.
That's upgrades are coming.
For sure. Let me
Yeah,
know.
that's gonna have to be one. I didn't think about that at first. Really, these was gifts. So,
Yeah,
but they was used for other they was gifts for other purposes.
Yeah,
you know?
these is lawn chairs.
Yeah.
But go ahead about the whole story about Mariah.
So, man, we was at this store, man, and the lady came up to her, and she just looked at Mariah, and then she was like, "Can I help you?" And
What, Mariah said that to her?
No.
Like, are you guys customers or is this?
We're customers.
Okay.
And we go up to the place, and the lady was like, she just looked at Mariah. Mariah looked at her, and she was like, "Can I help you?" And Mariah walked away like, man, did she think that I was like we giving her a bad look or any of that? I was like, Mariah, she probably wasn't thinking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably wasn't thinking about any of that. But we can get in our own head thinking that these other people are thinking about so many other things.
Yeah.
About us.
Everybody got their own problems that they worried about.
But
I get exactly where she's coming from.
Yeah, but no, I said that because like you may think like, oh, bro, he's getting mad or he's tripping because he's cutting me off. He should feel a certain way, but I may not feel a certain way because, bro, growing like that was the thing. It's crazy that you actually saying that, bro.
I'm looking at this man. You said all that just to justify you cutting me off?
Yeah. But I'm about to give you more backstory to it right now.
Go ahead.
So that was the thing. Mariah had the same thing. Like when she would come over to my parents' house and we would have like a family night or whatever, game night and all that, and everybody would be over there, all my siblings and everything.
It's a lot of y'all.
Oh, and everybody's talking, bro. Everybody is talking in there, bro. And it's like 4 conversations going on, and one person wants to grab the attention of everybody. So I don't care I don't care what else y'all talking about, bro. I'm about to tell y'all this little point. I'm about to tell y'all this story. So like we cutting off everybody. Mariah couldn't understand it at first. Mariah was like, I'm gonna wait till everybody gets done talking, and then I'm gonna say what I got. That ain't how I go at my house, bro.
Yeah, I never realized that. Yeah, because you have a big family.
Yeah,
and you gonna have to do that if you want to be heard.
Cut that joint off. I got something to say.
That makes sense.
So that's what. But that also goes into like.
It's not justifying it though, but.
I mean, no, that don't make it right.
Go ahead.
But no, that makes it no different than like what we was talking about, like with the emotions, bro. Yeah, like when I first started writing, bro, my biggest thing was a lack of like self-identity. Like I didn't know who I was. You know what I'm saying? And that was my whole thing because before I was playing baseball, so my whole life was baseball. So when I was writing from like, and that's why I'm not trying to get on you, but like I never understood how people could write fictional writing. I never understood how anybody could write anything other than like non-fictional, like diary, personal journal type of writing. I didn't understand how people could do it because every time I would write, the only thing that would ever come to my head is about what's going on with my life. It's the only thing.
That's your thing then.
You know what I'm saying? So I would be writing, bro, and I would be like, a lot of the decisions that I was making was because I was insecure about who I was. Right? I wasn't completely comfortable about who I was. So a lot of the decisions, that's why I asked, was that the trunk or the leaves? Because my trunk was, what's it called? An identity confusion. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be somebody else, and I think I'm not good enough to be myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I had this identity. So all the leaves that everybody's seen in the world, all the stuff that I was doing was based on me trying to really figure out who I was. So that's why I asked, like, your anxiety can cause that type of stuff. Your anxiety can be the trunk of your tree.
Yeah.
And the decisions that are the fruits that I guess you living on now is just what, you know what I'm saying, the trunk has produced from you.
Yeah. And I kind of get that in the scenario on, like, the roots of that tree is, like, what's causing that anxiety that you don't even know about. It could have been something that happened years ago that you forgot, but you're still holding on to. So I get what you're saying. Even though, I mean, this man cut me off so much, I kind of forgot what I was going into, but it's okay.
I mean, hey. Mariah told me that like when we get up and testify in church and you know you sit down, you be like, dang, I should have said that, or I wasn't trying to go that way. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even trying to talk about that when I got up and testified. But Mariah would always tell me, well, you know, if you was gonna say it, it would have been said. But you know,
but tell me about it. That's how I was feeling up at the wedding when I had to speak.
Oh yeah,
wasn't ready. Then the mic didn't work. I'm like, they can't hear me.
Then the mic didn't work.
They didn't hear the first part. That kind of bothered me for a second. I was yeah, because like I had stuff to say, but if I'm having to stop because nobody can hear me, and then it was just a lot that went into it. I was like, I wasn't ready at all because you told me the night before, which is no fault to you because of the situation that happened. But it's just like, dang. Yeah. And like that type of stuff can bother you. And I guess I can spin that in a way. I've been reading a book that I've been trying to tell you about the whole, I'm thinking of a dang anime, but the 7 spiritual laws of success. I believe that's what it is.
By who?
Deepak Chopra. So in that, there's aspects to that book that kind of explains your emotions and how we all make a choice. And life is just, it's just all choices. Yeah. Even though we don't really realize it. And I started to realize that how I respond emotionally is a choice. You know, I can choose to be upset and let that bother me, or I can choose to like, it's no big deal, and let it go and move on. But that's a choice at the end of the day. And me, I'm very emotional, but the way I explain being emotional is different from somebody else, because when I say the words emotional, you think of someone who's like frantic and like crying. That's not me. I'm a super chill dude. But if something is able to move me, it's going to move me very strongly, whether I'm happy, angry, or sad. And I'm trying to kind of like learn how to respond to things better, because I do tend to overreact sometimes. And that light just kind of goes off and like, oh, dang, I kind of overreacted there. Yeah. So I'm learning to kind of control my emotions. But also that overreaction is more likely stemming from some insecurity that I have. And I'm just, from right now, I'm learning to be more comfortable with who I am, which I definitely wasn't at all. I'm still not, to be quite honest with you, because it's so weird when I'm trying to explain my personality to people, because I don't know how to explain my personality to people without sounding pretentious. You know, because you know me, I'm very different from our peers. You are too. And when I try to explain to people, like, I don't understand a lot of stuff. I'm just very, very different in the way that I think, in the way that I move, in the way that I feel. And I always kind of felt that I can't really articulate myself, because I don't want people to see me in a way that isn't me. Because when I'm speaking, that's why I don't talk as much. Because when I'm speaking, it'll portray something that I'm not actually trying to convey, you know? Like, I might say something being silly, or I might just say something because I'm just talking. And that can give someone a false, impression of who I am, when I'm a totally different guy. And then when you actually get to know me, like, oh, I get what you're saying, that you're different. But when you're meeting people for the first time and you're saying that you're different, it's easy to kind of just write that person off as like, oh, you're no different from anybody else. And then being written off, I guess, in a scenario. That's why I'm definitely having trouble like meeting new people and making new friends, because I just don't know how to get past that early stage of like introducing myself and like getting into the whole nitty gritty of, hey, this is who I am, and maybe we can vibe and maybe not, you know. It's just very weird. And for right now, I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't be trying to just go out and meet new people, make friends, because I need to get me right. And I didn't realize just like how, listen to this, I say like a lot, but whatever. But I didn't realize that, oh, I'm not really secure with me. And then like how I'm wanting to not want to get too personal. But I've definitely felt at times like, oh, I don't even love myself, you know? And that's like, oh, that's key. Like, I don't even love myself like that. And I'm not comfortable with who I am.
You want me to go love somebody else?
Yeah. And it's just like, and you depend on that person to love you because you're not doing it. And that's kind of, I was thinking about my past relationship, and why I would sometimes get very upset with that person, because they wasn't loving me how they were initially or whatever, because I was depending on that person to kind of let me know that I'm a good man without knowing that I'm a good man within myself. And then if I didn't get that same reciprocation of what I was expecting, like, hey, you're a good man, I would feel like a terrible person. And it just made me feel bad, like, dang, I'm no good. And it's not like, I wouldn't say I was depressed. It's just like, it goes into insecurity, like not knowing yourself, like, man, I don't really know what I'm doing. And it's like, with me, people think I have it all figured out, because I'm a very ambitious and focused person, and I have a career and stuff like that. But like, I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm another 22-year-old dude. And that's why I'm kind of like, that's why I feel like fake and pretentious when I'm like, I'm different, because I am different. But at the same time, I'm just like everybody else, you know? I'm never like the type of person like, oh, I'm better than people. That's not who I am, even though sometimes my personality can come off as arrogant, but that's not my intention, you know? Because I realize like, oh, I'm just a 22-year-old dude out here trying to figure it out too. I might have certain aspects of my life pretty figured out as far as like financially and career wise, but all that soft personal stuff, I don't know what I'm doing, bro.
Yeah.
Like at all. And I'm like learning. Like 21 was a big year, like I told you. Like emotionally, I grew so much because I went through so much. I'm just kind of learning, like, how does everything work within me? Because before that, I was a very cold person, and like now I'm way more emotional.
Yeah.
Like I called Pops up, bro, just to have him ask some advice on like this whole little move situation I'm trying to do. And I just wanted some advice. And you know what, the whole situation between me and my dad, and I'm not finna get into like the whole his whole situation. But after I got off the phone with him, I started crying because like I realized like, man, none of this stuff is promised. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to call my pops with some advice, and I just got emotional about it. So I'm making progress, I guess. And I guess, the message I'm trying to convey is for people to kind of take a step back and look at yourself and see how you're doing emotionally, and cut out whatever things that you need to cut out that are not benefiting you emotionally.
Very necessary.
Very necessary. And start to recognize your triggers and avoid, either deal with them if you can, but if you can't, cut it out and avoid it, And that's pretty much the gist of like the topic, and we can kind of bounce back and forth on how you were kind of mentioning the whole spiritual aspect.
Yeah, no.
I never thought of that because I'm not religious at all.
It ain't about being religious.
But I know.
Yeah.
Jeez, Jamal, you cut me off.
No,
but
I had to, before you get too far into that.
I get, because you don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm not religious, but I'm definitely big on spirituality. And I don't really, when you say people got to get themselves right spiritually, yeah, I agree. But you were saying that you didn't kind of realize how they were different between like spiritually and emotionally. As I've kind of broken down like some of my flaws on that, I kind of get what they mean by emotionally and spiritually is a little different. And I kind of feel like it might be a stepping stone.
How is that?
Like you got to get yourself right emotionally before you can get yourself right spiritually, I feel. Like once you get your emotions in check and you know who you are, then you can kind of take that spiritual journey and learn even more aspects to who you are, Does that make sense?
Yeah, no doubt.
I guess it's just building blocks to, okay, get your body right, get your mind right. Okay, now that your mind's right, now you know that you have emotional issues. 'Cause I think everybody got some emotional issues that they either avoiding or just, letting it consume them. So get the mind right, get the emotions right. Then you can figure out what that spiritual journey for you is uniquely, because I think everybody's is different. So, make sense?
Yeah, that do. I understand it. I understand it, man. I got another question for you.
What's up?
So, do you flow? Like when it comes to your emotions, if that's not flowing right, everything else is out of line for you.
No.
Like you was talking about the situation even with the girl, man. If she didn't give you that love and affection that you was expecting for her to give, that was going to affect your mood, right?
Oh, big time.
And it was going to roll over into other areas of your life, right?
Yes.
If she's telling you those affirmations and she's giving you that, oh, you're a great guy, I'm so happy to be with you, all these great things, and she tells you that, right? And things start flowing, right? Now, I'm not saying momentum is a bad thing, but like whether your emotions are high or low, like that's what you're going with. If my emotions are low, then my life is low.
Yeah.
If my emotions is high, then my life is high. Is that how it's going?
Not to that degree, because I'm burpy. Thanks for the meal. But I have an ability to kind of shut things off. When I go to work, I won't say I'm a totally different person, but I have an ability to just shut that off. But when the lights go off, yeah, it's definitely affected me for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, what am I doing? And I'm having to get to the point of like, I can't allow people to shift my energy so much. And that kind of all stems from me not being stable within myself to just allow something like, they didn't even mean to say what they said in a bad way, but I was expecting something different. And they didn't even say anything mean or hurtful. It was just very dismissive.
Yeah.
That can just shatter like everything, and I won't show it
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not finna. I don't like to just be visibly emotional.
That makes sense.
But inside, I am like, what the heck? Like,
Yeah.
dang. I kind of was expecting something different,
Mm-hmm.
and that definitely shifted my mood because I was definitely moody
Mm-hmm.
because I was definitely going through the highs and the lows of, okay, good, I got some confirmation, and then other times I don't have it, and it's like, oh, bro, this isn't healthy.
Yeah.
So it's just,
I mean, the reason, bro, I'm glad that you said that. Like this is the type of stuff, bro. I'll be on. Like this is what goes on my head all day long, bro. Like all day long, this type of stuff. Like the first questions, bro, that I was asking myself when I was on this like whole journey. Before I get into far in it, bro, the reason why I also write the way I write is because J. Cole had that line in that song when he said "write with pain." So ever since then, bro, I've been like, man, what song was that, man? I think it was that Immortal song on For Your Eyes Only. I think it was Immortal. No. You know, at the end of the song.
bro, your knowledge of J. Cole is leaps and bounds.
Nah, it ain't like that, bro.
Yes,
it
it
like
is.
There's certain lyrics
I
stick
know
in my head.
I know this, yeah, but I know the album. And
Yeah.
I know the subject matter of the album, but no, I don't know if that's the song or not.
Yeah. I mean, I don't study lyrics, but some like things stay with me, bro. And
Absolutely.
I think about them.
Especially
you know
when
what
it's like an actual artist, putting
yeah.
his heart and soul
no doubt.
on that paper.
So when he said that, like, write with pain, I was like, oh, man. So, like, this stuff that I get on here and talk about, bro, or this stuff that I write about, bro, it's not like this stuff is, like, rehearsed. Like, I can't rehearse this.
Exactly.
Because this is literally how I feel, bro. This is the stuff that I'm going through.
And in that moment, because I might say something on here and I'll leave here like an hour later and like, well, I feel different now.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's why I'm kind of like, I'm always kind of picky and choosy
Yeah.
on what I say because I need to think about it. Because in an hour, I might feel differently.
Yeah.
Or I might, I could have said that better.
Yeah.
But once you put it out there, it's out there, And I would definitely ask for the people that watch us, don't judge us on, the couple minutes that we might have spoke on a topic that we kind of stumbled on because we're literally dumping our thoughts
ideas,
out into the ether. So that's something I kind of worry about too.
That's good though, bro.
Plus I'm on camera and I don't really like being on camera.
We get used to it.
This is like getting out of my comfort zone.
And that's good, man. That's good.
Because I wanted to like fight you on the whole camera thing, but I was like, we need the cameras. But I'm like, I don't want to be on camera.
It's good though, man. It's good. It helps. Yeah. It puts you under more, well, not like pressure, but
it's just weird.
It puts you under more energy to perform. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things, bro, that like, this is why, bro, it's not that I don't want you to celebrate, and it's that I don't want you to mourn. Because in the Bible, it talks about there. It'll be a season for mourning and a season for dancing, right? It'll be a time for those things. And I want you to get high. I also sometimes I understand that life is going to get you low, you know? Yeah. But this is the reason why, bro, I want people to, like those questions I was asking myself, bro. I was asking myself, what is success? What is love, right? What is all these different things to me, right? What does happiness mean to me? What does joy mean to me? What does sadness mean to me? What does depression mean to me? You know what I'm saying? I was asking what all these things mean to me. And the reason why I was doing so, bro, is because I was trying to get a grips on myself, right? Because like what you were saying with the girl, bro, that same thing was happening to me. And it still affects me now some within my marriage. And I wrote about this, bro. I prayed about this. Like I've worked on this like little thing. Like literally, like when people get like to my emotions and they'll start messing with me, I will literally tell myself inside my head, like, bro, you do not let this get you down. Yeah,
that's what I'm learning now. Cause like I've definitely like recently, like somebody said something to me like that was super like I could have got upset and I could have like got sad by it. But I was like, oh, like I can choose to be sad or I can just be like, oh, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I can't change the fact that it touched me.
It definitely touched me, like, but we can choose how to respond to it because you can let that energy enter you and like let their negativity get inside you, or you can just like, all right, let that go because it can just flow through you.
No doubt,
that's why I'm trying to learn how to like let people's energies flow through you, but not like, stick with you.
You can't. I talked about this in a live, bro. You cannot let somebody else have more control over your life than you, bro.
Yeah.
And that's so easy for us to do because at a young age, bro, we're so willing to give love before we understand what it really means to receive love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I didn't understand. That's why it's crazy for us to get mad at somebody. And that's why we're going through this anxiety and this depression with things, man, because we're getting mad at somebody else trying to love us, but we don't even know what we want love to be.
Yeah, we don't even know what it looks like.
So we can't, it's hard for like people to be like, bro, when you know what you want, it's better. It's like when you sit down at a restaurant and they say, okay, you can get what you want on the menu. You say, hey, man, I want this right here, but I don't want that on it. I don't want that on it. I don't want that on it. So it makes it easier for them to go back and bring you what you want. Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing when you in a relationship with somebody and you're like, look, man, I don't really approve of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If this is something that you do and that makes you who you are, I hate to say it, but we may not be able to rock together. But if that's something that you just doing that can be changed, can we focus on changing that?
But the word the word change in a relationship to some people just does not go well.
Yeah.
Because
nobody ever feels like they change gets noticed. And they feel like somebody else shouldn't have the power to change them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like change, like I think we touched on this on a previous podcast, and like how change isn't necessarily bad in a relationship it's for the better.
It's not.
I'm not trying to change who you are as a person because I fell in love with that person. Mm-hmm. That's who I love. But hey, maybe we can change this negative aspect of both of ourselves because we both need to grow.
And it's, you start by like, bro, it's affecting me. And I can tell you why it's affecting me.
Yeah, and this is going to become a big snowball. And it's going to become a bigger issue if we don't address it now.
And that's why, bro, when you was talking about like also being different and everything, excuse me, when you was talking about being different, I don't believe that we're just that different that somebody else can do that. I believe it's all about decisions and choices that we choose to make.
Oh, yeah.
So like that's why, this is why, bro, I see it as spiritual and I don't really like tie in the emotional into it because I believe that all intertwines together to me.
Okay.
That's why I believe in you have the physical, the mental, and the spiritual, right? But
I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, but the way I see it, bro, is like my decisions, bro, that I have made have been this thing like subconsciously, like unconsciously and consciously, like both together. My conscious decisions, bro, for me to do the things that I done, don't make it surprising when I get the results that I've gotten. So, like me taking the time, bro, not going out and chasing girls, me going out and not going out with the homies every weekend while they was trying to go here, go there, and meet a new girl for maybe the weekend. Me choosing not to do those things, even while I was single and focused on, bro, what is love for me and what do I want? You know what I'm saying? It allowed me to, when I found somebody that was going to offer the things I want, I was able to take advantage of that, right? It's not because I just stumbled upon this great woman, but it was because of the decisions that I was willing to make beforehand that I knew that was going to affect me later down the line, bro. And it's just, I don't know what it is, bro. And this is, I be battling this thing. I was like, bro, is it that I can just see a few days before? Or is it that I can see like where this action is going to take me? Because, bro, it's just sometimes I don't understand. Like, I may not enjoy doing certain things, right? But I'm trying to see like what the outcome of me not doing this thing would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things that I just may not enjoy at all. Like, sometimes I don't like to exercise. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be on that. But the outcome of what it would get me if I keep doing this, you know what I'm saying? The results I would get in the long run is like something I'm willing to, like reading books, praying, you know what I'm saying? Watching what I'm eating.
That persistence.
You know what I'm saying? These type of things, bro, seeing long down the line. And it just helps me, bro, understand this stuff, bro. And it helps me go through the stuff that I go through. And that's the same thing. The same thing. That's just physical. So working out, eating, you know what I'm saying? Knowing what success is to me.
They're all so connected, though.
But that's what I'm
saying,
like a
Venn diagram.
You can't get none of that if you don't know how to really control. This is the thing, bro. This is why I don't want you to get too high in your highs, too low in your lows. Because you're going to cost yourself opportunities in your life, bro, if we let our emotions run our entire life.
I know.
No different if we let
wait, hold on. You think I let my emotions
I'm not saying you, bro.
Oh.
Really, I'm talking about me.
Okay.
Because I've done it.
Okay.
I've done it, bro. And like, this is the thing. I'm not talking about my highs. Like when people say, I know what you was feeling when you said it. People say emotional, they think of crying and all that other.
Yeah, it's so much more to it.
Bro, I was, like my emotion was pride. that was one of the biggest emotions that I was holding on to. And sometimes it still gets me to this day, but was pride. So like when things would happen to me in my life that would bruise me.
A question.
Go ahead.
Like with pride, that's definitely an issue with me.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like I want to be right,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to know that I'm right.
Yeah.
Is that like the same thing for you? As far as, and then this is what I want to do, and this is right.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's always like right, and that was like a big one for me.
I guess you can say that was kind of with me. More, the way I would label mine was, I know who I am, and you can't change who I am.
Yeah.
So like, past relationship in the past, man, girl left me because she thought I was changing. She left me. I didn't feel nothing. It was dangerous, bro. Didn't feel a thing. Right? My grandfather, he had passed away. Didn't feel a thing. Didn't feel a thing, bro. Didn't feel nothing. Homies like stopped talking to me in my life. It's all right with me. You know what I'm saying? My parents didn't like, it was a time, bro, when I was smoking weed, my mom's wasn't agreeing with me. So she didn't want to talk to me when I was high, when I was around weed, when I was doing anything that involved weed. She didn't want to even talk to me. Didn't feel a thing. Didn't bother me. And the reason why it didn't bother me, because I thought that I knew who I was, and you can't change who I am. Right? People in my life passing away, bro, that don't change the fact of what I'm trying to go after. You see what I'm saying? What I'm trying to go do. I ain't got time to go out here and start being emotional and showing people that I'm crying in their face.
But do you think that it bothered you on a subconscious
Oh, it
level?
did. Bro, it did.
And it fueled that negative behavior?
Oh, it did, bro.
Yeah.
It fueled that isolation barrier.
Yeah.
That nobody can even come into this joint.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Vicious cycle.
Like, it was terrible, bro. And I want to say, of course, like, yeah, God was there to, like, break that wall, but also bringing Mariah into my life helped break that wall. Because up until that point, she was really the only person I was willing to be, like, to let into that joint. And for some reason, it just felt natural. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it feels, yeah.
Yeah, but at first, bro, not with Mariah, but at first, like, but for anybody, nah, bro. Nah, you not getting into this. Like, you not going to see me low. You not going to see me high. Like, I'm presenting this right now. I'm showing this consistency. And I was, like, on it. Like, I was working out constantly. I thought I was eating right. I thought I was doing all these things right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, like, even the charity work that I was doing, like giving the little kids and giving school supplies and all that stuff, I thought that I was still doing something right. But I was doing it all wrong because I wasn't able to feel what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You just did it because you thought it was just the right thing to do.
Yeah. See, and that's why, bro, that's why I'm saying you can't leave out that spirit. That's why I'm just like, I understand the emotions, but I was emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt for them little kids. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm going to give to you. Or I'll be emotional because, like I would feel for my parents, so I would go fill up their gas tanks. You know what I'm saying? Even when my mom wasn't talking to me at the time, I would go fill up her gas tank. Or I would feel for my family and cook them dinner. But my soul wasn't in it, bro. Like, I had no spirit in it. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't get to the point to where I'm not saying that you should go to church or everybody should be at church. But when I got to the church, and not just me showing up to the church, but when I was willing to pour my heart into it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, I think it was either last year or the year, maybe 2020. I think it was 2019. No, it was
2020 was a blur, boy.
I think it was 2020, bro. I want to say. Anyway, one of them years, man. 2020, 2019, one of them years. I go up to the altar, bro. I'm talking about sobbing, bro. I'm sobbing like tears is flowing. It got so bad, bro, I couldn't even stand. I sat down and started crying. And I'm around these people that I don't even really know like that. Just bawling my eyes out. And after that point, bro, like, it wasn't that all my problems that I had in my life just left, but I was able to feel more. You know what I'm saying? My compassion, like the stuff that I had going, I was able to feel more about, like, what was going on. Like, man, I remember, man, it was something, man. But you know, my grandparents, my father's parents, right? They didn't passed away, right? Mm-hmm. So my pops out here on his own. So, like, man, it was one time, bro, it's crazy. I'm watching TV. I'm watching Netflix. So I guess it's still TV. But I'm watching Netflix, bro. And I can't remember what the show was, bro. But in the show, the main character, the lady, she lost her father. Mm-hmm. I'm in the car. I'm at lunch. I'm in the car crying, bro.
Yep.
Crying my eyes out. And I'm like,
It's weird at first.
What is going on?
That's what
I didn't even want to tell
yeah.
Mariah because I was like, bro, I feel like some chump right now over here
Yeah.
crying and getting all sad, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't me.
Yeah.
Like before, like I said, I was building that wall. You're not gonna see me like this. And another thing, bro, I was listening to this man, this podcast, this thing's so dope. I'm shouting it out. It's We Are Alive.
Mhm.
It's this like zombie apocalypse podcast. All fictional, bro. It's dope, bro. Like they took podcasting to another level. They really made it into like a show. But anyway, it was a scene in there, bro. This dude, his wife, at the time they was just engaged because she was already pregnant. And then after they had the baby, they was gonna get married in this whole apocalypse and everything, right? And she had ended up giving birth and dying in labor. In the scene, the dude was crying, bro. I'm at work, bro. Bro, I took the headphone out my ear, put it down, bro, and I'm in there wiping off tears. I'm walking to the bathroom because I didn't want nobody to see me.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like wiping off tears from my eyes, bro. Like I'm sobbing.
Don't it feel good though?
It do.
Yeah.
And it's not even just, I'm not just saying like crying is a relief now, but like I know when I go on like a good walk and I allow myself to just be, and I allow those emotions to just flow, and I allow that spirit to just feel, bro.
And you're not fighting it no more.
And I'm not fighting it. I'm letting myself be, bro, and I help. That's what I was like, no different. I was putting up that persona that I knew who I was. That could have been far from the truth. I was lying. And I was trying to hold on because I was so lost about who I was. I didn't know who I was, that I was willing to hold so far, like so hard on this lie, because I thought that was the only, at the time, that was the only thing that I knew about myself. Yeah. And I could have been far, like what you were saying, like in a few hours we could change our minds. You know what I'm saying? And have a whole different thought about like what we said.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't trip, because bro, this stuff is coming out of like my spirit. Like
it's genuine.
When I say this stuff, bro, I expect to change. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect to feel more.
Ah, yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I expect to grow. I expect to improve when I'm saying this stuff. So this may be me right now, but later on down the line, I expect you to be able, like I expect to, like Mariah was going through this thing, bro, and she started crying. And I walk up to her and I start crying. I expect to be able to do that more and show more compassion to people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To show more feeling, like, and not have this thing to where I'm thinking that my emotions is something that I should hide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I look at that as a weakness.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, it's kind of toxic masculinity at the end of the day. For me, it definitely was. Like, I can't allow myself to be emotional because I can't let you see me like this.
At all.
I don't want you to think I'm emotional, because then you're going to try and play me.
Yeah.
You're going to try me. Now I'm going to have to show you that ain't going to work.
Yeah.
So I definitely get what you're saying. And
far
like,
from the truth.
That's definitely what I learned from like that whole 21, that age, definitely kind of pushed me to where I am now, to where I don't have a problem with like, well, let me not get too ahead of myself because I'm still learning. Because I still find myself fighting the tears. But like now I'm just kind of like letting it go. Yeah. Because it feels good. Like once you're done with that and you realize like, oh, this is why I'm crying. I'm not crying for nothing that's ridiculous, but it's like, for me, it's like gratitude. I feel
everything.
Good.
Everything, bro. It's not even just crying, but like if you find yourself being overwhelmed with joy, be joyful. Do not let your bills stress you out. Do not let like all the stuff that's going on in your life weigh that back down.
It's weird for me though, because I'm always just been like
never
very
let ourselves
straight line,
get way up there like that,
and just a straight line. But like today and like all through this week, I just like, dang, I feel good. Yeah, I feel really happy. Yeah, and like I'm not even doing nothing. I'm just chilling, or I'm listening to this new song. Like before, I never got excited for anything. Oh yeah. Because I'm so far into the future. And like now I'm learning how to be excited. Bro, I feel like a kid. Oh yeah. I feel like a kid. I'm like texting people like, dang, I didn't know this is what excitement feels like. Why didn't you tell me? Yeah. It's like,
been playing me.
Yeah, you've been hiding this from me. And it's just like, I didn't realize that I didn't get it. The reason why I didn't get excited. Because like before I was like, I don't get excited. That's just who I am. Whatever. I'm not the one to get excited. But then once you start to break it down, like, oh, you don't get excited because you're just living so far into the future. Yeah. But appreciate the moment now. Yeah. Yeah. No, that was me. That's why I didn't want to show school pride. Yeah. Now, you know, I don't agree with pride, but man, I don't care about school we went to. I have no school pride. I'm not saying like that, bro. What are you talking about? But I'm talking about like in the pep rallies. I don't like that school. In the pep rallies, bro. Yeah.
you can't even cheer somebody on. Yeah. You can't even cheer somebody on.
Now I would, but
that's
like,
what I'm saying, bro. Even at that,
so focused on other people, like I'm too cool for this.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, and that's the thing about it, bro. That's why I'm just like, bro. I just want you to feel, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Especially like out of myself, bro. I want to be able to just feel that joy. I want to be able to feel that excitement. I want to even be able to feel that sadness, bro.
Enjoy that moment and be grateful for it.
The Bible talks about be angry but sin not. So I even want you to experience that anger, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. I want you to be mad.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with getting upset.
If somebody makes you mad, I want you to be mad. But I don't want you to go retaliate and try to get even with them or try to do them wrong and everything. But I want that like that, or whatever that feeling is, I want you to feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how do you let that go? Because not everybody has a positive outlet that they can just, like for you, you could just go to the batting cage and you can let off some steam.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that, you know? And it's just like, anger I think anger is just as powerful as love.
This is how I'm not even talking about living too far, but you take yourself out of the moment. Listen to this, like, this is the thing. Yo ego, emotion, spirit, whatever you want to call it, it has got so worked up into the issue that you can't even take yourself out and really like scan it and see what's going on and everything, right? So it's like us with like when the school pep rally was going on, we thought we was too cool. But like, bro, you could take yourself out, bro, and you can't even cheer for somebody at your school. Now you want to wonder why you can't go out.
That's your bro.
Yeah, this is your bro.
This is your bro.
Now
you not even go cheer.
And you cheering for some grown man that you ain't never met before.
Yeah, man.
You ready to go buy his album. You ready to go to his concerts and stuff. And the dude that's supporting you on your stuff, you can't even support him on his stuff. Like, but you got to take yourself out of the moment and be like, bro, this ain't right. Look yourself in the mirror, bro, and tell yourself this ain't right. Or this is right. Like, if you feeling sadness, like when I was crying that day, I take myself out and be like, bro, this is right. Just cry. And that's what, like, in the moment, bro, because I was like, literally like, now, you know, church folks be on something there. Like, let it out, let it out. But at the time, like, I was crying. I was like, oh, nah. I was wiping away tears. Nah, bro. Like, holding stuff in. They was like, let it out. And I finally looked out like, bro, what are you getting holding this stuff in? You know, taking yourself out. And that stuff comes, bro, for me. When I would get angry, I would go for walks. Everybody got time to go for a walk. I don't care how busy you think you are. And even if you ain't got time to go for a walk, just sit down. Just be with yourself. Stop being so scared of your emotions. Be with yourself. If you feeling angry, feel angry. And break down why you're angry. If you happy, be happy. Break down why you happy. Because no different than, that made me angry. Maybe I may not want to do that again.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
I can't even figure out what's making me angry. And I can't even figure out what's making me happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bro, let it flow. And not let it flow to a way where it gets you too much of you and it grasps you into something. You know what I'm saying? But let it flow in a way that's going to benefit you, man. That's going to actually help you get something out, bro. And we should all have an outlet, no matter what it is. No matter if your outlet is podcasting, it's writing, it's running, it's exercising, it's cooking, it's baking, it's spending time with family.
That's going to come from self-exploration.
Yeah.
Which I think is so necessary.
Explain to the people that don't know what self-exploration is.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? It's just like, okay, how you were saying, like, everybody has time for a walk. Everybody has time to just sit down and be. I think a lot of times, and I've been guilty of it, is we don't want to just sit there and be with ourselves.
That's
because
true.
We don't want to deal with what we know we need to deal with. We much rather avoid it. Like, I'm too busy for this.
It's the easiest thing to do.
It's super easy. I'm too busy for this. Or I'm going to get on my phone. Or I'm just going to watch TV just to avoid my issues. And for me, I think self-exploration is different for everybody. I love just going really deep and thinking introspectively and just thinking about myself and just really addressing myself and what I feel, how I feel, why do I feel that way, why did I respond that way? And that's how I kind of explore myself. But other people, they might need to go do other things, like try new things, or, I want to read this book, or like you were saying, I want to cook and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, self-exploration is just really getting to know yourself and being comfortable
for sure
with yourself at the end of the day. And that's my whole gist of it. And you kind of find out things about yourself that you didn't even realize.
Oh yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that was bothering me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that that was an issue. And then before you know it, you might be making phone calls, or you might get to writing down how you feel, and just like you kind of taking down these different turns of learning who you are. That's just, I find that exciting now.
Yeah. Oh, it is. That's why I want everybody to break that. That's why when I get up and I say that stuff, like I want everybody to be able to break that stuff down.
Yeah.
I want everybody to have a definition of what love is to them.
And it's uniquely to you.
It should be, bro.
Yeah.
Because what makes you happy is, it may not make me happy. But if it makes you happy, I want you to, as long as it's not causing no harm or affliction to anybody. But, you know what I'm saying, if it's morally right, yeah, I want you to be happy doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, morally right, I mean, that's different for everybody too.
Let me say this, bro, before I forget it, because I keep, and then it bounced back in my head. But I got to say this.
Go ahead.
I'm more scared of the person that feels what they going through than the person that doesn't.
Scared how?
I'm not scared like I'm terrified of you.
No,
but like listen to this,
bro. Are you
bro.
perceiving them as a threat? What do you mean?
Let me put it this way. If I'm playing baseball against somebody like EJ, right? And he all passionate over there on the other side of the field and everything, you may put on like, bro, this dude is going to be a bigger threat than homie just chilling at first base and saying the words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it ain't always the case. Sometimes that... I'm not cutting that out.
Leave it in.
I'm not cutting that out.
Like, oh.
I think I'm about to go to the one camera just for you. That joint going to be probably right on your face.
I'm going to put it back on, too. Put it back on. But go ahead.
Oh, man. But that's not always the case, man. Sometimes it's the quiet dude, bro, that don't say nothing, bro. Like, I'm going to just be transparent on here. I went to go play basketball one time. Bro, I'm talking about, it was these Hispanic dudes.
Playing
over
ball?
there hooping. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a basketball, where I'm at, this is downtown, right? It's a basketball court, and it's a soccer field right next to each other. Like
I knew exactly where you was going. Well, go ahead.
They right next to each other. So I thought they was just hooping because they was just like, let's go get a different workout in instead of playing soccer.
Yeah.
Bro,
Ballin'.
when I went and hooped with these dudes,
Ballin'.
they was putting up numbers, bro. They was hooping, I'm talking about they life away, bro. And they was balling, like no lie about it. If I could ever see them dudes again, I would definitely hoop with them again.
Picking them up.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man.
And you gonna run people because they not gonna think nothing about it.
Not at all, bro. It was one dude. He had a James Harden jersey on. I said, a Thunder one, not even a Rockets or a Nets one, like a Thunder one. I was like, oh yeah, he just out here playing around, bro. He got that hand me down, something like that, bro. I'm talking splashing on everybody, bro, like a true James, but. Anyway, like I said, some people, you know what I'm saying, you just can't, like, they may not say nothing else, still be, like, lethal. Yeah. But most people, bro, the people that really feel something, like, when it comes to them, either they're, like, they feel like, oh, I'm into this investment, and I'm very passionately into it, or I'm cooking this meal, like, that's, man, I guess this will make more sense to everybody. But I remember Mariah, man, she was like, Mariah likes coffee, right? She likes iced coffee and like lattes and like frappes and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, she tries to make them at the house, so she does her own little blend and stuff with it. And Mariah was like, man, I don't know why I can't make the coffee the way my mom makes it. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. I can't make it the way she makes it. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe it's because she passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because she actually love y'all. And she actually wants y'all coffee to be good, like the way she's making it versus the way you just trying to make it to emulate her. She making it because she want this coffee to be the best that she can for you. You know what I'm saying? That's a different like energy that's given. Now we figured out what it was. Like it was an ingredient that we was mixing, and the way she like broke it down. But I was like, even though after that, Mariah was like, dang, hers still tastes. It still tastes better though.
And it might, at the end of the day, it might just be because she knows her mom made it. Yeah. And you just knowing that is
bro.
Enough.
That is exactly what it is, bro. Yeah. That is exactly what it is.
The same ingredients, the same amounts, make it the same way. Yeah. But just the fact that she know her mom's made it.
This ain't like my grandma made it.
Boom.
It's like what in the world? I made the exact. I did every like, bro. Like my cousin makes the exact same pies that my grandma used to make before she passed away. The family used to come all over the place and eat them pies. Like family members used to come in town and be like, "Hey, Linda, you got them pies?" just because like they knew when she made them pies, it was off the chain.
Yeah.
Well, my cousin can make them, and I'm not a pie fan, but everybody eat them. It's like, hey, her pies is pretty good, but they still not like Mimi's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They still not like her pies. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm more worried about that guy that's emotionally like into these things.
Yeah.
Like he's willing to
Passion.
he's passionate about it, and he's willing to let that show. I'm more worried about that guy than the guy that's over here trying to be more analytical and trying to have everything in order. Like that guy that's more passionate, he may slip up, right?
Yeah.
And if depending on how passionate he is, he's gonna work to get it right. But when he get them things in order, when he start tying them bolts down the way they need to be tied down, bro, it's gonna be a scary thing.
It's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a real problem, bro. I'll be like, bro, why did everybody love Michael Jordan? And why do everybody love like Nipsey Hussle or these like greats that did this? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And to me, the way I look at it is like, bro, the passion that they had behind doing what they were doing, it's unmatchable. Even if we know people hoop better than Michael Jordan, even if we know people rap better than Nipsey Hussle, the passion that they have behind what they do, it's unmatchable. It's so unique because of the way they chose to love the game.
Yeah.
What they were doing. So I want you to feel. I don't want you to hold that stuff in. But you can't express that stuff if you don't first be with yourself and figure out what am I even feeling? We don't even know what we feeling. So that's what you were saying at the beginning. That's why I asked you at the beginning, like, bro, do you sit with yourself a lot?
All the time.
Because you need to know what you feeling.
Always doing that.
Yeah. And that's important.
Very.
Man, so I got nothing.
I mean, we right at the hour mark.
That's what I said. That's why I looked at the time. I ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
That's what it is, bro. Like I really want people to feel, and I don't want you to think just feeling is crying. That's not what we're saying.
No,
but like, I want you to feel anything that's coming to you, bro.
Yeah, because I'm not crying all day, but if those tears come, let it happen.
Yeah.
If you really happen, let it happen.
Yeah.
And then how you kind of broke it down, take the time to really not overanalyze it because you're going to ruin the moment that way, but like, why am I so happy? And then you might figure out, oh, I got excited about this new song. Mm-hmm. Like Tyler, the Creator, dropped a new album today.
Super excited. You about to bump it.
Already been bumping it. What do you mean? You know I love Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, man.
Bro, I've been listening to
Tyler. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Like when you had to hide it.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want nobody to know you listened to Tyler, the Creator.
And stuff, yeah.
Yeah. No, before that.
Before Yonkers?
Yeah.
Dang.
Like, I mean, it's for adults, but he had a project called Bastard. Mm-hmm. So bumping that.
Yeah.
And I remember being at Maroney, bro, doing like his artwork. And even now he's not proud of what he did. Well, I can't speak for him, but like just the way he kind of speaks about his past music, he's not just like, oh, that's just great stuff. He thinks his music is much better now, which it should be. But I remember having like the naming, watching Lorder Squad and stuff like that. And then the upside down crosses. I ain't trying to watch. But like I was in 7th grade. Yeah. But it's just like I was so involved with him, and like to see his evolution over time is like that's really cool.
That's what's
to see him go from this 18-year-old, 17-year-old kid to who he is now I love the development. So I was definitely super excited to listen to his new album today.
For sure.
So
for sure. That's how I felt, bro. Like even that night when J. Cole dropped that album. Oh man, the off season, bro. I done that with all his albums, bro. Anytime they do drop a project, bro, and they drop at midnight, I'm listening to it at midnight.
Yes, sir.
And like this was the first time, bro. I said, okay, I can't listen to it all the way. I gotta go to bed and go to work. But there's been, bro, like especially when he dropped that Forest Hill Drive, I listened to that whole thing. Like I was just sitting in the living room listening to that whole thing, like hype, bro. I'm talking about like. I don't know what it is, but like that first time I hear them albums, I'll be trying to get back to that feeling, bro. Because like
it kind of does take you back in.
Oh, it does.
Because anytime I listen to For Your Eyes Only, I'm thinking of when we was taking ACTs at school. Because that's what I remember bumping For Your Eyes Only on my way to take ACTs,
that's
and
crazy,
you kind of just
go.
Yeah. That's
because
why even when I go on vacations, I pick an album that way. When I listen to this album again,
that's smart.
Like when I listen to Kawhi, I go back to Kawhi.
Wow.
So
that's smart.
Like Childish Gambino's Kawhi, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I played there.
That's smart.
And I can just I go back. So definitely for anybody out there, if you going somewhere, just pick an album.
Man, that's smart.
Yeah.
Because when I think of For Your Eyes Only, I think of high school when I was getting high. And I used to listen to that last song on the album that's like what, 6-something minutes?
Well, I haven't listened. I probably cry if I listen to that album now.
Bro, listened to that song. I would listen to that because when I would leave my homie's house high, I would listen to that song because it always calmed me down. So I wouldn't walk into the house just high out of my mind. I'd be more calmed down listening to that, bro. That song right there, I don't know, that album right there always brings me back to that moment of like how calm it used to make me, bro, and like how much I used to feel. Yeah. Like when I would listen to that. Same with, man, I forget the name of that album, bro. But that Future album that got Fez did a sweep.
That
Might as well.
I think that's Future.
That's what it's called, is Future.
Either that or Hendrix.
No, I think Hendrix was the White Album.
Then it might just be Future.
Yeah.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Because I like that album a lot.
Oh, bro, when he dropped, oh, man.
Yeah, it's called Future.
Yeah, Future.
Yeah.
Bro, that album right there. Oh, yeah, man.
Bro, a lot of that music from my graduation, bro, that was a good year for music.
Yeah, oh, for sure, man.
We sound like some old heads for real, but like that 2017 music, it was a lot of good music that came out that year.
I could go down like for about another hour about how all those albums made me feel.
Yeah. That's like for me, for a Tyler the Creator album dropped that year. And it seemed like every summer Tyler the Creator drops an album. That's a good summer for me. Yeah. So that made me even more excited because I remember 2019, that was a good summer. Yeah. 2017, that was like the best summer I've ever had when he dropped an album. So I get it what you're saying.
I'm already debating if I'm going to go to that J. Cole concert. He going to Dallas in October.
I mean, if you got the time, why not?
Yeah.
Does Mariah like J. Cole?
Yeah, she a fan of him. I don't know if she really bumped this album now because she didn't really step back from like secular music and really music altogether because she's so focused on school right now. But so
I can't. But
since I bump it so much, she hear it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but she still be like, man, I ain't trying to hear that stuff right because I don't play the clean versions. I never play the clean. Yeah. I don't blame you. I'm having a hard time doing it, but
But you wanted how J. Cole put it on paper.
Oh, no doubt. But yeah, man.
I get what you're saying.
That's what I got, man.
Yeah, a little 6-minute bit on our music taste. Yeah. Because I can't not listen to music.
Oh, no, not at all.
Every day.
Yeah.
For several hours.
I don't know about every day for several hours.
Every day, hours.
It is every day, but not for several hours.
That's why I listen to it at work.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of
I listen to podcasts at work.
I mix it up because sometimes their ears get tired.
Yeah.
And you just want to chill out.
I feel you on that.
Music every day, all day.
That's why I used to go back from my like personal development, like self-help and entrepreneur podcasts. And I would go to fictional podcasts. Yeah. I would go back and forth because
that's important, man.
Oh yeah.
You gotta give yourself breaks on stuff.
Oh yeah, man. No doubt.
But all right.
Man.
That's it.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
For sure.
I'm hitting it in. I'm hitting it. I gotta do it.
You remember which one it is, bro?
I think
it's finna be loud.
I pressed the wrong one.
That's the perfect one because you pressed the wrong one.
I pressed the wrong one. I think it. Oh man, I don't know which one is this. I think it's.
That's a 25% chance. Bro, you missed all of them.
All of them,
bro. You missed all of them.
Bro, I was so because I was going in order, so I was like, man, I don't think this one has to. I think it's the last one. So, man, I missed it.
That's crazy.
Moments passed, but hey,
go buy a lottery ticket. Go buy a lottery.
I'm not gonna win.
Bro, I mean, you just hit all the numbers right there.
That's true.
But hey.
But yeah, man, so we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. This is the Be Eazy Show, man. We will catch y'all on the next one, man.
We'll have better shows. I mean, not better shows, but better chairs.
Oh, no. That may come. That may come in the next episode. It may not come. But when it does come, y'all will notice. Yeah. We won't be slouching as much.
For sure.
We will not be slouching as much. But, yeah, y'all be easy, man.
Peace.